It is the Transformers Legacy United Sandstorm. Yes, he is the leader class. He's in leader class. And this is a toy we've been wanting for a while, though I've heard some people aren't 100% happy with it, but I'm gonna form my own opinion, help you form yours if you don't have this guy already. But this is a versus review. So I'm gonna put him up against the original Sandstorm, who seems a bit smaller, but you know, was considered like deluxe class at the time. So we're gonna go through these. I'm Captain Kyle. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been watching for a long time, thank you so much for your support. And with these versus reviews, I'm gonna go through them, but you get to decide which is better. So you let me know in the comments what one you like and prefer, whether it's the Legacy United or the original G1. All right, let's get comparing. Well, be right back. All right, so I'm gonna put the G1 over there. Hang out, dude. And we're gonna bust open this leader class. Now, why they decided to make him leader class? Well, I mean, the helicopter definitely would be a larger helicopter than, say, the one that Springer turns into. But he also changes into a Dune buggy, so really, that kind of causes me some angst there. But we'll open it up, and before we put the box away, you can definitely see on the back, well, if I zoom out a bit, him in his various modes. It is nice looking packaging, I have to say. And they feature him on the front with a very small helicopter and a very large Dune buggy. So I don't know what that's about. And of course it comes with instructions and a shitty piece of paper. If you're wondering what that shitty piece of paper is, which I eventually gave in and looked at it, it's actually a warning that says you have to be so many years old to ride this Transformer. Not a big deal. All right, there he is on his cardboard, still restrained. I see he's got his roll cage thing over here, which comes off quite easily. Has some kind of grappling hook type thing. Guess it's not his roll cage. Guess it's, well, it could serve multiple purposes. Maybe something that the helicopter uses, according to, you know, some of the pictures on the actual box. He's got a gun that, if I zoom in a bit, you can see it looks reminiscent of the original gun. He's got an itty bitty type gun here. And he's got what looks like an extra propeller or a hand fan, whatever you want to use. Now they definitely suck him in there good. He's even got an elastic band going across his chest, which I'm gonna unwind from him. And we'll put that shit over there. You can feast your eyes on him. And I'm gonna clean my table off. This is fucking ridiculous. All right, instructions. So let me take a look and see where all this stuff goes on him. Apparently the cage, you plug into the bottom of his fist. Seems a little weird to me. See, like walking Sharkticons. The gun obviously goes in his hand. This smaller gun is a forearm weapon, which looks like you can put on either side. So he's got an extra little gun from someone from Paradron. You're kind of not exactly the most pacifistic guy I've seen. And you can attach the fan dildo of doom to the top here. Yeah, it looks like it's got a little tip there that, you know, if it vibrated, you know, might be something interesting for some female Autobots. Now, gotta say, not that happy about the cage. I would think that they would find a way to take it and maybe attach it to his back. I mean, it looks like there's room back there. Looking at him without the cage, it looks pretty cool. With the cage, he looks kind of lame. So we're gonna put the cage aside for now, just to take a look at his robot mode. This looks like it could be a missile. The gun, definitely think it looks a lot like his original gun, and we'll compare. He's got the forearm weapon, so it's pretty neat. Let's go through some posability. Now, first thing I always like to do, can he do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme? Yes, he can. He can even, because of the way his heels are, he stays perfectly fine. It does reveal there's a little bit of hollowness in the back of his legs, but still, full Jean-Claude Van Damme, it's nice. If he leans back, he can roll. He does have ankle swivels that are quite wide. He can, of course, kick forward, and it's a good height there. Good kick forward. Kicking back, he is hindered by all the kibble on his back and stuff, so can't do that. Side kicking, not a problem. He can knee, nice 90-degree knee, and he's got a little sharp edge there, so he can do damage. Way to go, that's usually a Decepticon thing. Leg can swivel all the way around. Can he twist at the waist? Somewhat. So it looks like he can twist a little bit from side to side. He's doing a little cha-cha dance, but the stuff in the back keeps it from going all the way around. Oh, and Sky has joined us, so she is obviously a big fan of Triple Changers. But all right, let's check out his upper arms. Could probably go all the way around if it wasn't for, you know, his backpack. Could bend at the elbow, he swivels. Of course, if you swivel him too far, the shoulder detaches, but if I hold the shoulder, yep, it can actually go all the way into the back. You can also go out to the sides, can do like a free fall type position. Woo! The head doesn't seem to want to turn. Oh, a little bit. Okay. Can turn to the side, and you can turn it to the other side, but these pegs keep it from going any further than that. But then again, if he like turned too far, he wouldn't be able to see anyway. So he can do the YMCA, and I do notice that this particular piece likes to come off a lot, so his chest likes to swing forward. So that's one thing that's not ideal. See if there's a way to pop it in. That's one flaw I see with this toy. But otherwise, he's quite poseable. As long as you're aware of the chest thing, you can put him in some nice poses, give him a nice 360 spin on the turntable of doom. So yeah, now, before we get into his other modes, let's take a look at the G1. Looks very similar. If you've not seen a G1 before, here he is in all his glory. You can see his blades on the back, his wheels. Now, he's got very little posability. The legs don't do shit. He can point his toes, but then he falls over. There's no twisting at the waist. The arms can go up and down. That's about it, no swiveling. The head can turn actually all the way around because that's part of the transformation. And the only other thing he can do is he can flip that flap forward or flip it back. Not a heck of a lot you can do with a G1. Size-wise, this leader class is about 7¼ inches tall. We're counting from the very tip. He's about 6¼ inches. So definitely the new one's bigger. Get back there. And the new one's a bit more stable. He's got much wider feet with heels, but the resemblance is there, and it looks very similar in a lot of ways. All right, so it looks like the first thing we're going to do is put this guy into his dune buggy mode. Oh, but before we do that, I just want to point out, the guns look very similar. This is the original G1. This is the one that comes with the leader class. This one is slightly longer, and it has posts on the side, most likely for some kind of reason later on, but still, it's nice that they kept an extremely similar design for the gun. So there is Legacy Sandstorm in his dune buggy mode, but apparently you can add a few extra things. For example, take apart this cage and put the tow cable right there. Then you can take this rolling cage, or this other part of the cage, and put it over the back. So that's kind of neat. His regular gun goes here, which kind of takes away from the whole disguise. And underneath, you can plug this plate right there, which provides some protection, I guess. And put his other gun over here, which they gave us too, because it would have been cool. And there he is in his battle vehicle mode. Pretty cool looking dune buggy. Again, not sure that it's a robot in disguise, or, you know, people won't figure out, oh, it's got a big gun up here. Maybe this is meant for war. Looks a little weird the way it's kind of tilted forward, but the roll test, it works fine. It took a little configuring to get him like that. So I do find some things interesting. The way the part of the helicopter, I guess, splits open. So that kind of looks like a cool design element. So this blade is kind of like, why is that there? Nice headlights in the front, rubbery tires, nice silver here. The engine is back here, and the head is hidden away, which is nice. All right, let's take a look at the G1. Very similar, though a lot of stickers here. The engine's back here, that's his head, turned around. He's got the nice rub sign there. These wheels, they feel rubbery, so maybe some kind of rubbery plastic. No ability to put the weapon on, but let's do a roll test. Rolls about how I would expect. I have to say, actually, the Legacy one seems to roll a little easier, at least on this surface. The Legacy one is about 7 inches long. The G1 is about 6¼ So they're similar in size. This one, again, a little smaller, but it is a deluxe compared to a leader. Leaders just get smaller and smaller. What are you saying? So, dune buggy mode. However, there's another mode. There is another. So there is Sandstorm in his helicopter mode. Very nice looking helicopter. Definitely reminiscent of the original G1. We're not going to do a roll test, though. He does kind of have wheels. Wow, he actually does better than some Siege. So the roll test. Now you can actually put some additional accessories on him. For example, you can put a gun on that side and a gun on this side. I don't know why they want you to put this gun so far forward. I would actually prefer it to be back here. I mean, it's not exactly symmetrical, but there you go. You can also reassemble the cage, put the plug in the top, and this actually plugs right underneath. So that's kind of cool. You can actually, you can carry around stuff. I have to say that the arms going in the sides, I mean, it doesn't feel like this is quite going into place exactly. Could be me, could be the mold. So overall, a cool helicopter, very reminiscent. I don't know what people are complaining so much about. It's by no means perfect, but not everything is going to be perfect. If you do look at the blades, you can tell that they're on different levels. I don't know how that would affect actual flight. I have to say, getting this thing out afterwards, you got to wiggle it quite a bit. But again, not bad. Now the G1, very similar looking helicopter. Not as free in the with the rotors as the new one. Could be the age of the toy. And he's actually kind of got wheels too, so he rolls. Roll test complete. So showing you him from all angles. Much simpler transformation, I will say. It takes me basically seconds to get the original into his form. But as far as an update, I mean, there's some differences. Obviously the blue windows compared to the black. This one looks a little more grim, I guess. And obviously the original has more stickers. I'm not sure if they're all placed properly. I didn't get this brand new and put the stickers on myself. And in helicopter mode, the new one is a sliver over 7 inches, whereas the original's about 6. I mean, did I want this to be leader class? I mean, it seems like a little overkill, and it's not that much bigger than the original. I would think Voyager class would have been more appropriate for this. A little less of a price point. I could see people complaining about that. But overall, I like it. It's actually got some similarities to the original with the way it transforms. Just again, a little more complete. You can see where this part is all covered, whereas this one is open on the original. So some improvements. I don't know if it's quite worth the price point of being a leader. I mean, I think it should have been Voyager, but that's just me. It's not, again, that much bigger than the original, but I'm glad that I have it. And of course, I'll put links to both these guys. You're gonna have to go to eBay for the original, but you can go to various retailers and I'll put links to those in the description for him. I don't know if the extra accessories really also justify the leader price point. Again, I think he could have been Voyager size. Even if they scaled him down slightly, we wouldn't have really lost that much. But this is not my decision to make. You have to let me know which of these Transformers is better. Which do you prefer? Which would you rather have? Again, I'm putting links for both of them in the description, but you don't have to get both. Might be a little easier to get a mint one of the new ones, but still, it's all about you. I do think both of them are fun, and I will be putting both of them proudly on my shelves because, you know, I'm not going to return this. Certainly not going to return it with this in the box. That was always weird. Some people definitely miscalculated when they did that. But they're fun, and I hope you're having fun watching these videos and making decisions for me. Well, for you. And if you're enjoying my content, by all means, please feel free to subscribe. And while you're mulling these guys over, you can check out over here. We have yet another video, which is a versus review, but it's actually a different Triple Changer, Astro Train, in several forms. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.